How does it feel? Go ahead and just keep it real. Yeah. Cause you finally free, yeah. How does it feel? Yeah. No more bondage. Yeah. No more bondage. Yeah. You finally free, yeah. Lord, I wanna say thank you for all the things that you brought me through. This year was the hardest. The devil tried to put me back where I started, but you can get me like that just so easy. My God, he's got my back, keeps on fighting. He'll never leave me like that, never blinded. He's always fighting for me, no more bondage.
Cast down sickness, strongholds, disease, all the things not of him and my God. We must believe I'm finally free.
How does it feel? Go ahead and just keep it real. Cause you finally free, yeah. How does it feel? Yeah. No more bondage. Yeah. No more bondage. Yeah. You finally free, yeah.
Don't let them tell you there's nothing you can't do. Cause prayer is the strength that causes a breakthrough. God is in control, just let him guide you. He's proud of your light, he will never hide you. Now pick your head up and walk in your victory. Put the burdens down and walk in your victory. We gon' let him know that we are not ashamed. We want the whole world to see. I'm free from the heartbreaks and pain of this world that's been dragging me down. I'm free from my insecurity, that's why I have so much joy when I smile. I'm a yell it from the rooftop. I'm a yell it from the gutter.
He showed it on the cross, he gave his life to prove how much he loves me, yeah.
Father God, we thank you right now because we are finally free. Because the Bible says, who the Son sets free is truly free indeed. No more shackles. You said no more chains. For we are free to worship you. And we thank you because we're finally.
How does it feel? Go ahead and just keep it real. Cause you finally free, yeah. How does it feel? Yeah. No more bondage. Yeah. No more bondage. Yeah. You finally free, yeah. How does it feel? Go ahead and just keep it real. Cause you finally free, yeah. How does it feel? Yeah. No more bondage. No more bondage. Yeah. You finally free, yeah.
Yes, Lord, finally free. Y'all already know what it is. You are tuned in to the BU Radio Network, and you're at the right place at the right time, listening to the right show. We got the right host interviewing the right guests, only for the right listeners. And if you are listening with your boy today, you are most definitely the right listener, and we appreciate you listening. Welcome to That's My Producer. I go by the name of I Am Natural. It is a beautiful day in Las Vegas, like I say every week, but it's hot. You know what I'm saying? It's not as hot as it normally is, though. You know what I'm saying? So we got some people in town, you know, this weekend. You know, it's gonna be some big things happening, you know, little performance and everything, some live video, you know what I'm saying? Some possible Netflix, you know what I'm saying? Possible what's the other one? Prime Video, some possible, you know what I'm saying? You know, we gonna claim some other platforms, but we know for a fact that there's gonna be some Roku up in that thing. You feel me? So we have a wonderful show planned out for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? I had to come in. I know this ain't my normal time, and this ain't when I normally go live. But when you be owning some things, you could just go live when you're ready to go live. So we live. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then when you got royalty in town, you got to show love. So, you know what I'm saying? Because every now and then you get some people in town that's making some big moves. So when they make some big moves, I need them to move right on over here to the BU network and show us some love as well. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do this, and I want to welcome real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because, they got things to do. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to have them in the studio. So we want to show some major love. You know what I'm saying? In the building. We got Miss Felicia in the building. You know what I'm saying? And we got Mr. Church in the building. How you feeling? How you feeling? Y'all doing okay? Hey, y'all got to talk into that mic. Y'all got to come close. I know y'all want to be cool. I'm not want to be cool. Y'all got that cool vibe already. You know what I'm saying? So, I need y'all to just lean forward just a little bit, talking to that mic for me. What's going on, Felicia? No doubt. And how you doing, Mr. Church?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm here in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. Like you said, the weather's good. It's all good. We're here with you.
Oh, yeah. So let's do this real quick. We're going to come and we're going to get into some juicy conversations. We're going to find out what they do. But before I do that, man, we wouldn't be a radio show if we ain't playing on music. So I got to get into some music. This is my dude, Icy Jones, and this is his song. It's called That's My Brother. Let's go.
Yeah. Jones, Vegas City, guns, let go. Hey, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never turn my back on my brother, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never turn my back on my brother, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother. Oh, you know we back like a Spinal Tap. Although we never left like a red rag. Oh, hop in the booth, murder the track, kill. And you know we killed a mic like a toe tag. When it comes to this rap, boy, I'm top tier. No opinion, this fact, make that clear. No cap here, all claps cheers. Make a bet, cash checks, I'm the cashier. 500 each, boy, we made a grand. We ain't have to sell crack, wasn't wearing grams. Before Instagram, Jones and Goods had fans. On the block, selling hard copies here in the hand. That's my brother, that's my brother. Never turn my back on my brother, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never turn my back on my brother, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother.
I could never switch, stand firm in the trenches with my brother. If he did it, I'd never snitch. Even if you wrong, I'ma stand right next to you, homie. Give a what these on. And you can't catch me with a chick you already bone. She smiling in my face, I'm telling Icy Jones. Loyalty is what it is till I'm dead and gone. It's still senior scholar if you ain't knowing. Reppin' Vegas all night to the early morn. Double cup of yak, and I'm blunt blowing. On the hitty beat, hella outspoken. Me and Icy Jones, we the wave like the ocean.
That's my brother, that's my brother. Never turn my back on my brother, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never turn my back on my brother, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother, that's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother.
That's my brother, yeah. That's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, yeah. That's my brother, that's my brother, yeah. That's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. That's my brother, yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother. That's my brother. Never let a sucker talk bad about my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't come around me talking about my folk. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have some problems. We gonna have some problems up in this thing, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story real quick. So I had got a call first by the homie Dre. Shout out to Andre, you know what I'm saying, Davis. And he had hit me. He said, hey, I got a friend that's looking for some video production. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I said, yeah, slide on my number. You know, I got some videographers that, you know, definitely gonna show some love or whatever, you know. So I get a call from him and he's trying to explain, and he's talking to his client, and you know, the conversations kind of back and forth. And finally, you know, he called, he said, man, I'm gonna just put her on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in my head, I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. You know, all right, let me see what's gonna go down. You know, so I, you know, of course I had my guard ready. You know what I'm saying? I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I had my manager stance on. You know, and you know, she called, and first, you know, she just got the loveliest, you know, voice and the just nicest spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the phone. I still got my stuff on though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hardcore up in this thing. And I'm talking to her, and as I talk, I just kind of lighten up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talking about different things and what we had in common, and found out she's real good people, and she's out here getting ready to do a show. You know what I'm saying? And gonna be some performers. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be some video. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some potential that is gonna be on some pretty big platforms, you know. So I want to welcome Felicia. First of all, I want you to tell them a little bit about yourself before we get into the business stuff. Who's Felicia?
My name is Felicia Day. I am the CEO and founder of In the Mix Entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Speaking to that mic, Queen.
So okay, let me get into this mic. See,
that's right.
So my name is Felicia Day. I'm the CEO and founder of In the Mix Entertainment.
Yeah.
I am based out of Jacksonville, Florida, but I take care of artists all across the country. And I've been fortunate enough to have my first international artist out of the UK.
Dope.
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting. But today, this weekend is about the In the Mix CHH Cypher Show.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here. It's during the iHeart Music Festival weekend, and we're gonna have a good time. So whole weekend planned. Everybody's coming and touching down, and we're excited about it.
No doubt. I want to send a shout out to everybody that's tapping in. You know what I'm saying? We on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Live Me, and a couple of other platforms, as well as bunetwork.biz. You know what I'm saying? So if you're listening in, shout out to you. If you're watching us, shout out to all of y'all watching as well. You know what I'm saying? And you brought a guest with you. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, church? How you doing, bro?
Man, we here, man. We in Sin City, and we come to say one song.
There's just one. It might be mine. You know what I'm saying? It might be mine. You know, brother might need a little saving. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody prayed for me. That's why I'm still here. You know.
Church said we come to turn Sin City into Saint City.
Saint City, hey, Saint City. You know what I'm saying? It's doable. It's doable. You know, it's doable. It's gonna be hard.
Is it really?
Somebody on my live stream right now talking about some touch of Lord. I'm sorry, I'm a heathen. I'm sorry, Lord. You know, bless this heathen, Lord. No, I'm just playing.
That's the sinner's prayer.
Tell them a little bit about yourself, bro. Tell them.
Man, so I am a gospel rap artist.
Okay.
And I go by the name of Mr. Church. Church stands for change, humility, unity, righteousness, character, and hope. As we said earlier, I don't believe this is no kick down to the building, but I believe we are the church. And I'm preaching that and pushing that so that we can embrace that and we can stop going to church and we can start to be the church everywhere that we go. So that's me, man. You know what I mean? We are the light that's set up on the hill. Y'all got a lot of mountains around here. So you know what I mean? We here, man.
We in the middle of the mountains.
You know what I mean? Let's be the light.
On the valley low.
Come on. I hear the preacher. Come on, preacher. See, that preacher wake. That's what, you know what? God sent me to waking up that preacher.
We gonna quicken something in you.
Come on, somebody.
Hey, so you out here, are you performing?
Yeah, I'm doing quite a few things, man.
Okay.
Thanks to Felicia. I'm hosting, I'm part of the
He is one of the pioneer hosts of the
Yeah,
CHH
yeah.
Cypher
Okay,
Show.
you
So,
said it.
Dope.
yeah, so if you guys go out to In the Mix Entertainment on Roku, and if you have a Roku TV, all you have to do is put in NDA, it'll pop up, and you'll be able to see the round one. We had 7 episodes, and Church and Callie Cole, who is a iHeart Radio media personality, they were the hosts for season 1, and it actually turned out to be
It was
completely
amazing.
We had it was unbelievable what happened. We had round 1, and it was supposed to stop right there, and we were supposed to go straight to round 2. But then everybody saw it, and then we had to have a bonus round because we had all these artists that were coming in, and it was like, well, how do I get into that? So we had a bonus round, and the bonus round was done on Facebook. We did our last episode last week. Was it last week, Thursday?
Yep, last week.
And we had our special guest judges that are going to be there this Saturday and Friday and Saturday.
You got to tell them who those judges are, Miss
I'm
Felicia.
about
You got to
to do
host
it.
you put together something.
I put together something, y'all.
That's
By
right.
the grace of God.
By the grace of God, we have Emmanuel, formerly known as The Truth. We have
Okay.
Miss Tiffany, the first female Stellar nominated artist, a Christian hip hop artist, and we have
Dope.
MC Nice out of LA. So they're all getting ready to land down in what he calls, MC Nice called Desert Hollywood. You know,
Wow.
This thing got many names.
Desert Hollywood.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow. So are all the artists flying in?
They are flying in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I just got a message from one of the sponsors. He's like, well, you know, Emmanuel, The Truth is here. And I'm like, in here.
Wow.
But he's excited because if you looked at
Well, this is Vegas, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
it's
You got to
Vegas.
come through and see some sights, you know. Hopefully they stay safe.
Yeah,
You
they
know what
will.
I'm saying? So
we-
we don't want the one that you go and reach be the one that you brought with you.
listen, we plead the blood of Jesus
Gotta
right
go
now.
pull him out. Gotta go pull him out. Get out of that casino.
Yeah.
Put a hedge of protection around all those.
You get to seeing sights and start seeing that bling and bling, 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 bling. Like, hold on, you know what, Lord? I'm going to tie it into this machine right quick.
No.
Not time.
We don't approve of that. We don't approve of that. We do approve of time, but we don't approve of that. You know,
Hey, he gonna pour out a blessing that I didn't even know that I could receive up in this thing. No,
A blessing, they're gonna need some security.
Hey,
don't go in there losing your mortgage money.
Yeah,
Stay out
no.
of them places, okay?
One of my pastors said, any way you can bless me, Lord, bless me.
no, right?
Don't go in there playing and put that money in there, and then you get what
Your
they
baggage money. Don't
No
go in there with your
doubt.
baggage
Call,
money.
you hooked now. Now
No
you
doubt.
can't pull yourself back.
That's
So
right.
What
That's
I'm
right.
gonna do right now, I'm gonna plead the blood of Jesus and a hedge of protection.
Hey, it's a
that
lot
you
of
stay in the parameter of the word of the Lord.
there's a lot of sin to get into in Sin City. I'm gonna be 100. I feel like this. Every sin known to man is done here,
Well, you know,
underground and above ground.
I
You see what I'm saying?
do believe that.
Yeah.
I do believe people come to a place where they can just behave the way they truly feel in their
Freely.
heart.
Yeah.
Freely.
But you know what? This is the thing. There are some people here who get what we call godly sorrow.
Oh yeah.
You know, they still have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
even though they done went away, they
Yeah.
still have a little godly sorrow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Oh,
the
that
one.
conviction.
That's because that means they still got. You know, they believe in what
Yeah.
God's son did
Yeah.
on Calvary's cross. So those are the ones that we're going to go and we're going to say, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Romans 10:9 did not have prerequisites. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
It did not have a prerequisite. But you know what? We're going to be the ones to show you how you can have a relationship. It's not about
Yeah.
religion. It's about relationship. And that's what we out here to do.
No doubt.
Look
No
at that
doubt.
preacher
No
now.
doubt.
That's a bishop.
Yeah.
Sure she is. Sure she is.
So Felicia, you have a company called In the Mix. You know, tell them a little bit about your company and what y'all represent.
In the Mix was actually a secular label back in 2006, 7, and 8.
Mhm.
The market crashed with the recession that took a whole bunch of businesses
Oh
out.
yeah.
We pray that don't happen again. But at that time, God came in and he did a whole bunch of new things with me. And at that point, I couldn't be out there. And I mean, I was with some heavy hitters, you know, was around some major names and some major people, but
Absolutely.
sometimes, you know, God will allow you not to get the things that you want at that time because of the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Once he came up and did a new thing in me, I said, you know what, God, in honor of how you've shown me how much you've been there for me, I want to do something to bring people closer to your son, Jesus Christ. And that's what I did with In the Mix. I use it to promote artists. I listen to the artist music, and if artist music has a message that is literally expressing how much love God has for us and that how he wants to draw you in so that you can have a relationship with his son and make him your Lord, I then really go for pushing that artist on various things. Radio, you know, because we do have an opportunity where we push on radio. I am a digital distributor for Universal in Grooves. So, and that's a blessing. That's a blessing that God gave me, because back in 2006, 7, and 8, I was busting my knuckles against the concrete to try to make that thing happen. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I guess it's because obedience is better than sacrifice. Because in 2017 is when I was out here in Vegas before, and we were talking about Sam, his hop. He had
shout out to Sam too.
Shout out to Sam. He had a place over there off Patrick Avenue, and one of my artists was a hip hop artist. And we went over there, and it was just amazing. And I let people in the industry convince me, oh, you're not going to get far with that type of person.
We need to tag Sam in this live stream. I think man.
So I know it's like, okay. So I started pushing other artists, but God saw fit for me to come right back and be able to take care of the Christian hip hop artists, because In the Mix was an originally Christian hip hop label, but for the secular side. And I know how to do a lot of things. So we have a radio. I mean, we do BMI placement.
Dope.
If your music's on our network, which is the Indie Artist Network, it's like the Independent Artist Music, what we call the Independent Artist Music TV, MTV. We have our, you send your videos over, and every stream that your video plays, I report those streams back to BMI. We're trying to get a certain number of videos in there, music videos in there, and then we're going to become ASCAP. So if you're with ASCAP, then you'll be able to get royalties paid back by ASCAP. I do a little bit of management. That's how I met this guy next door to me here.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Do a little management, but he's an amazing artist, and his music speaks to the soul. It actually is music that is really good to bring people to an understanding, to see that you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to look the same way the people in the church look, and you can be the church wherever you're at, you know. And that's why I push artists like Mr. Church and other artists that that do music not the same traditional way. I'm not the traditional shit.
No doubt. Good management is hard to find. I'm gonna tell you like that. I'm grateful for my managers. You know what I'm saying? Because without them, a lot of the opportunities that you know I would have never had. You know what I'm saying? They opened up more doors, you know, for me. You know, my manager never did anything in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like she came into this game and really just started helping me. And I just gave her the title. Like, look, you know what you are, what you're doing is you managing me, right? And you doing it better than the people that call themselves managers. And you know, I gave her the title, and she really took that thing serious and created a lot of opportunity. And she still does. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've kind of fell back from the artist side of things, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting money on this other side of stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you get, you know what I'm saying? When you start getting a little that paper, you just be like, you know what?
Yeah, you told me you and your green pasture.
Yeah. You know, things is kind of feeling a little good right now. You feel what I'm saying? Feeling a little good. So, you know, other doors have opened, and you know what I'm saying. So I've kind of stepped away from the artist side and just focusing on other doors. But you know, I've jumped into the management side of things. You know what I'm saying, and I've started managing. I have 2 artists, which happen to be my sons, and they actually doing some things right now. They grinding. You know, I manage a videographer, Films by Sin, and then I manage a photographer, Ed. He has a company called Nevada Excitement. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we doing some things and we making moves as well. And I'm learning, you know, being a manager, you know, how to hold my ground, you know, because I'm a kind of loving type of dude, you know.
You held your ground with me.
Well,
you did that.
I showed some love. Though.
You did, but you did.
Yeah,
you showed a tremendous amount of love. You know?
Absolutely.
You did do that.
Absolutely. But you know what? It was because of the energy. You know, I'm attracted to good energy.
Boy, you better preach.
You know what I'm saying? And if your energy ain't right, trust me. You know, I would have been like, look, this is what it is and this is what it's got to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you like this, like for real. You know, if in this industry, if you're not dealing with a person that has the type of energy that's in this room,
right,
chances are you're gonna get played. Yeah. Chances are, you know, you're gonna get screwed. Chances are you're gonna lose some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Always tell people in this industry, you gotta kind of gamble on opportunity. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, look, do I mess with this snake so that I can get to this other person who may not be the snake? You know what I'm saying? Or do I maneuver? And I'm saying this for a reason because I want to get into that part of the conversation. As a manager, how do you maneuver in an industry full of snakes and still manage to shine your light?
Well, I'm going to be very forthcoming because I just shoot straight from the hip.
Yeah.
This event really is to educate the artists. One thing I've never done is what they call cuff my artists of information.
No doubt.
I you know what? I take them step by step by step. I give them trade secrets that I use because I feel like if I'm supposed to be a manager to you, I want you to know as much as I know. So guess what? If you leave and you don't have anything to do with me anymore, absolutely, I've equipped you so you'll be able to identify when somebody's trying to get over on you.
That's good stuff.
But the thing is a lot of people don't do that because they're afraid that the person's going to either do better than take their information and do better with it, or they're going to just not need them anymore. And that's something that we've got to get out. That's what I call being selfish, and that's being, you know, a little narcissistic because you know that if a person, let me just cut straight to the chase. Can I be honest?
Be honest.
Can I tell the true?
Yeah, the truth.
Okay. So the true is that you know that when you are a radio promoter, you may get those artists' music played on a BDS station, but it's not a BDS station that's a Radio 1 station, which prohibits that artist music from being played across the country because it's a syndicated show. So what you do is you get them to pay out thousands of dollars in promotionals. First of all, you're paying the radio promoter who knows all the radio people, and they're paying out thousands of dollars in promotionals so that their music can be heard on the radio. But at the same time, there's no nothing. You've just paid out the money. So what we're doing this weekend is we're educating the artists to understand digital streaming. Stop. People don't think COVID just came and it disappeared. It's not. We're in a new age. It is the digital age. Yeah. And if you want to make an impact with your music and don't want to be left behind, then you want to understand how to maneuver in the digital age. Because what happens is these people spend all this money on radio, and guess what? When you don't spend $20,000 on radio in this market, that market, and this market, they're not going to give you anything back. But if you get the streams from your very same music, you may end up making the money back that you even put in the project to develop it. So you need to know those strategies, how to at least say, you know what, it took me $5,000 to make this project. Let me figure out how many streams I'm going to need so I can at least recoup what I put in there. Man. And now I can go ahead and I can make more money from this.
See, that's good stuff right there.
And so that's what I educate the artists on. And you know, I don't get, trust me, I'm not the person who they all flock to and want to support because, you know, I'm throwing a monkey wrench in they, you know, I'm messing up the church money.
That's right.
I mean,
that's right.
I'm gonna be as transparent as I can because I want artists to understand. If you want to know this, you want to come to this event that we're having on Friday and Saturday, and well, more or less Friday, because Friday is where you're gonna get educated, but Saturday is the grand finale. And the thing is that people are not gonna tell you the truth about. First thing they're gonna ask you, what's your budget?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's normally the first question I come with when people come to me like, hey, I need this. Hey, do you have a budget?
What's your budget? And then you tell them, okay, well, I got this. And then the saddest thing that I have is when I see my peers, and they are my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And, I still have to do business with them, and I see them taking advantage of the artists and they're misappropriating funds. Trail to the point by the time they get to me, they ain't even got no budget left for me to do stuff. We got to figure out how we gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
So I said this is the thing that I'm not gonna allow the artists to be handicapped by that anymore. I put a lot out to make this event happen, and I put a lot out so that the artists can feel as they should. These are street preachers. These are our Levites. They're going out. They're taking the word of God and they're reaching those people who may not be able to go into the church, who will not feel comfortable. And if we don't take care of them to make them feel like they are worth the gift that God has given them, then we're doing God an injustice.
That's real.
So,
Wow.
I'm just one of those kind of people who, people try to understand, well, how's she moving and how's she making things happen? Well, something I tell people all the time, I'm a tither and God take care of me. And that's what I do. And, I have a situation where I can say, when I do that, I'm not doing it to determine what is going to happen with it. I'm doing it because it's my way. I can't control the sin that I got in this body sometimes.
Yeah.
Apostle Paul said, who can deliver me from this body of sin but Christ?
Preach.
So I can't deliver myself from every point of sin that I come to. But if I have Christ in me, I'm more apt to overcome it. But the one thing I can control is where I put my money.
Yeah. That's
and
real.
when God said, if you tithe, I'll pour you out a blessing that you won't be able to receive. Because he say, try me. See, back in the day when a person said, try me, that means I want you to bring your best.
No.
Bring your
Where
best.
I'm from, we about to throw them
We about
things.
to throw them things.
Try me.
Try me.
Play with it.
Yeah.
That's right. God say, try me. And if you try him by just showing that form of obedience, you'll be blessed beyond measure. And I guess that's what I wanted to say to people.
No doubt.
That's what we do. We try to be as honest and as transparent as we can. And sometimes I'm too honest and transparent because then some people are like, well, she said this and she said that. Well, if she said anything that was gonna mess up the church money, then they gonna pull back and say, well, we can do it this way, So that's
no
my
doubt.
story.
Sometimes the church money need to be messed up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got some leadership in there that don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna go there. Yeah. But I'm gonna stay away from that.
And as an artist, I have to, I'm as a manager, I look at this as business, and I try to look at the numbers because I'm trying to get the artist to understand. Don't take this personal. This is professional. I am a person that's going to be upfront and forthcoming with you, but when I'm talking to people over here at Universal In Grooves, and I'm trying to show them that you're the next artist, we got to have some skin in the game. We just can't go in there with just, man, they got some fire going on here.
Yeah.
The numbers are what's going to move. This is a data-driven business, and if you don't have it, then guess what? You won't be able to be the person that you want to be.
Yeah.
So, that's what we're trying to teach. And in church, he's an artist, and we have these conversations, and boy, he be checking me.
No, we actually, that's crazy because I wanted to kind of jump in a little while ago, but I didn't want to. But I think our relationship is really a good reflection of the industry. You shouldn't just have somebody managing you that you don't get to know. Because if they don't really know you, then they don't know how to really place you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what God has allowed us to do through sometimes very strong conversations, because I am an artist.
Yeah.
And a lot of what she said, artists get taken advantage of on a constant basis, and they get sold these dreams that really there's no pot at the end of that rainbow.
That's
You taking this person money and saying, oh, I can get you on radio, fans. Like she used that example. Pay this promotion, man, I can get your music heard. Heard by who?
Yeah.
Heard by the 4 people that listen to your station?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, we do have two types of stations now. And I don't want to take anything from the internet radio stations. They do some, let me tell you something. First of all, have a purpose for whatever you do.
Yeah.
Have a purpose for whatever you do. If you're going to put your music on radio, if it's going to be the internet radio station, understand that that is a perfect branding and marketing opportunity. If you get the right promotionals, you can end up in the top 25 of a BDS reporting internet radio station. And that is nothing to sneeze at, because, up until 2019, there was no BDS internet stations. So anybody who's getting on this BDS internet station and in the top 25 for the first 5 years, you've made music history, because there was none before then.
Wow.
And people need to start recognizing, how do you take advantage of where you can maximize branding? Now, if it's about branding, then have the budget to brand. But if it's about making money because God is giving you a gift and you're trying to get more from it, then you're going to have to understand, you just can't just throw your money around and think that you're going to have to strategize. Exactly. Yep. You're going to have to strategize and say, you know what, this month we're going to brand the business by working a radio campaign. We're going to work a radio campaign for 3 months. And then the next 3 months, we're going to go ahead and do a digital streaming campaign so we can see, so you have to be able to say what you want out of your music. A lot of artists they see the big picture, but they have no idea. It's a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors. And then they get frustrated when people tell them the truth because they think they're trying to be negative to them, but it's not about that. It's about being strategic with the gift that God has given you. Yes. Don't let people control what you got. You know what God is giving you. You know how you want to minister to people. So just because they're in the industry, always reverence back to what you know and the reason why you created that music.
Yeah.
So,
that's good. Yeah. That's good stuff right there. See, if y'all wasn't tuning in, you'd be missing all this good information. And shout out to Terry Remsen. I see you up in there. You know what I'm saying? One of the most talented people in the city. One of the most up there in the top tier. I gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? And she's a gospel artist as well. But she, you know what I'm saying? She know how to do a little bit of everything. You know, she's out here on the Las Vegas scene. She does some of the covers and stuff.
Right.
Not the latest, but a couple of events back. She did an event and performed, brought her band, and just like murdered.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That I'm talking about that good singing, that singing.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, she needs to message me, because if she has a music video that she can present that.
Oh, she got multiple.
Okay,
that's
what this is about. You want to be able to put your music out there. Now, I'm going to tell you, we're not ASCAP yet. I said yet. Yeah. Just her. Yeah.
But she BMI though.
You BMI.
So you know what I'm saying?
Register with BMI. We report royalties every quarter. We report the streams that have played on In the Mix Entertainment every quarter. So that's another. Listen, that's another income stream.
Yeah.
Y'all be sleeping on the ones that you're gonna get paid. Let me tell you something. My grandmama said pennies make dollars, and that makes sense. So every penny that you can get from your music,
she said pennies make dollars and dollars make sense. I like that.
So you wanna sit here and you want to say, well, I'm not getting paid this amount, I'm not getting paid that amount. If you take the time to look at all those little nuggets and all that meat left on the bone that you can get, you'll find yourself with a check. Child, you'll be around here wondering, well, I'm gonna do this. The next thing you know, you look at sound exchange, you got some money there.
Yeah, let me get some of that leftover money. You know what I'm saying? I eat leftovers. I eat leftovers, you know what I'm saying?
Look, let me tell you, especially if you don't put some red sauce on it, that's
absolutely.
The next thing. So this is better.
Absolutely.
But those are the things that we're trying to educate the artists on. In the Mix Entertainment is just not something where I'm saying, okay, put your stuff on my channel and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. No, I'm delivering real reality things. You put your music on there and it's gonna be paid out. You're gonna get your royalties paid to BMI. Once we get a certain number of music videos on the Indie Artist Network, then we will be ASCAP as well as CSAC. But we're trying to get enough artists' music videos on there. So
Yeah.
we just started in February, so we're doing okay. You know, we did the Indemix the Indemix CHH Cypher show. That was an Indemix produced show, and it was really about the artists being able to send in a freestyle for 60 seconds, rapping to biblical lyrics. And once they did that, Church and Calico did some commentary on how they delivered that. And they had to do the delivery, flow, connectivity.
And they sent in some heat.
They sent in some heat. Yes.
Wow.
As we were putting all this stuff together, I was like, how is it possible no one is as excited as I am about what these artists are doing? I mean, these people are like John the Baptist in the wilderness screaming out. And I'm like, this is amazing. I love it. So they sent in their stuff and they made it through round one. And then, you know, we made it through round two. And round two was basically them just sending in a music video so that we could put it on the network and we can do everything that we can do to encourage people to go view it, as well as it'll be streamed and they'll get paid out BMI royalties if they're with BMI. So, and then there was a voting process and there was no elimination, there was elevation. The one who had the most votes this coming Saturday night, they have a special treat coming for them. We haven't talked about that yet, but you know, we're gonna try to do our best to make this a most memorable event for those artists.
We're gonna do that. That's so
let's talk about the event. Friday night. What's going on Friday night?
Well, it's Friday, so I know some of you may be working, but if you're not, Friday we're going to be at the West Las Vegas Library Performing Theater off of Lake Mead.
Yeah.
We're going to be there from 11 to 6 actually. So what's going to happen is 11 to 12:15 we're serving lunch, and then at 12:15 promptly we will be having a panel, and this panel is going to be having all different types of discussions. We have various people coming in. We have someone who understands, who is a continued learning educator for lawyers. They call him to come and give them more information on music law, so that they get credits with that. So that gentleman's going to be there so that he will go over some contracts and some things that you need to be mindful of when you're getting involved in that. We have a digital distribution through Ngrooves, which is Universal Music Group, and that's me. And we also have someone from Monarch, which was formerly E1, and that's Indie Blue, and they're a digital distributor. They're going to be talking about how to get your music digitally distributed. MC Nice is going to be talking about how to get your music in movies. And he has a radio station, a BDS reporting Christian hip hop radio station. And he's going to tell the importance of that, you know, because that's what I was just telling you. Some of those BDS stations, if you figure out what you want in an internet BDS station, if it's about branding, that's what you want. You want that. So Miss Tiffany's going to talk about women in Christian hip hop. We also have someone there to talk about mental health.
Yes.
Because, you know, this is a roller coaster ride.
That's right.
It's so many highs and lows, and people feel like I'm doing this and I'm not getting back anything from it, you know. So she's going to talk about how some artists get attacked when they're doing Christian hip hop through the traditional Christian community. So we have some people that are going to be talking about some really interesting things. And then there's going to be an artist showcase from 3 to 6. And these artists are coming out. We do still have a couple of slots available. So if anyone is interested, please hit me up. You can send a message to indemixmusicgroup@gmail.com. That's NDAMIX musicgroup@gmail.com. Or you could give me a call at 904-442-0216. So if you're interested in showcasing on that stage, just let me know. Las Vegas artists get a special. We did do something like that. Actually, another person that is in Las Vegas, native, her name is God's Poet, Ona.
Shout out to God's Poet.
She's amazing. She's one of the panelists. She's going to talk about Christian hip hop and how it affects the community. So we have some great topics going on, and we really wanted to celebrate and shine the Las Vegas artists. You know, we're really proud of one of you guys. His name's Jay Fence. He does. Yeah, we're completely.
Go hard.
Oh my God, we're so proud of him. He is a beast. He is a beast. I mean, to go into secular battle rap and then never use profane language, never do anything, and then
Absolutely.
to win it, that means you know something. You better be ready for it.
The
So
Lord was with him.
We got to get him on the show.
we do,
Yeah.
do.
Definitely got to get him on the show.
And he's one of our finalists. Also for the Christian hip hop, he's part of that. So
Dope.
he's doing a showcase and he's part of the finalists. So we want to celebrate the Las Vegas artists that are doing exactly trying to turn Sin City into Saint City. That's what we want to
doubt.
celebrate that.
That's some good stuff right there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask the question that I know everybody is wanting to ask. Cost. What does this whole situation cost?
Listen, if you're from Las Vegas, you in the vein.
Okay.
So if you're from Las Vegas, if you come with your Las Vegas ID, it's $25.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Not bad.
not bad.
$25.
And we're having the grand finale taping on UNLV. That's where your guys are going to be there. I call them the Black Magic Crew. Come on, somebody.
Shout out to the Black Magic Crew.
Y'all, I like the way that sounds.
Right.
So the Black Magic Crew is going to be there recording all of the footage and everything from the Cypher show. And if you come there, UNLV students, there's a discount for them. If you come with your ID, it's only $25. General admission is $35, and VIP is $45. So
No doubt.
so
Yeah, that's not bad.
it's not bad. It's a great
Not
show.
bad.
You'll get a great show, and you'll be able to enjoy yourself.
Listen. Most of y'all spend that at McDonald's. You know what I'm
Come on.
saying? So
That's real.
y'all can just not eat a Big Mac, you know what I'm saying, for one day, and go ahead and pay that $25 and go on down there to the West Las Vegas Library and get that education.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
that's where I'd like to see a lot of artists show up at, because that is for the artists. And the streaming summit will give you so much information. I promise you.
Yes.
It's not to make you feel like you haven't done anything right. It's to give you the equipment to do all things right, and then to have a relationship with people. If you have a question, you can always go back to.
Wow.
Because I tell all my artists, I've represented a lot of artists. Now, if we end it, I always tell them, look, at least you left knowing more than what you came to me knowing.
That's real.
And if you ever have a question, you can always call me and ask me. I would never not answer a question for you.
I think ending on good terms
Right.
is always a good situation to me. Like, you know, I see a lot of situations, especially in this industry, once people walk away from each other or whatnot, you know, things just get ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People feel like they have to leave and then try to tarnish the name of the individual that
Right.
that looked out for them and that helped them. You know, I've experienced that a lot here.
Right.
Well, with this network, you know what I'm saying? People come and, you know, I show them love and give them opportunity, and, you know, they build opportunity just from sitting in those seats. And then they leave, you know what I'm saying? And then rather than just say, hey, look, you know, that was the place that helped me get started or whatnot, you know, they want to throw out the negativity of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, he had technical difficulties and all this other stuff, and he did this, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, you know,
I totally get that. Trust me.
yeah, it's a whole different animal. You know what I'm saying?
I actually am gonna be working on something, you know, because God put it in my spirit to do something like a retreat for managers, because we get
Yeah.
you know, when we get beat up.
Yeah.
We get beat up.
Ooh, yeah.
I done had some who hitched me behind the bumper and drugged me.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Right. You know what? That wasn't even necessary. And never once have I, you know, went back and said anything negative about them, because I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want Indamix representative like that.
Yeah.
So no matter what you may have said, if I never respond to it, then everybody's kind of looking at you like, you know, what is this? You know,
For me, I think my tolerance isn't good.
Yeah.
Like I'm anti-bull. You know what I'm saying?
Well, me too.
For the sake of Christians being on the show,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm gonna just leave it at bull.
Right.
But I'm anti-bull. Like I don't do well. I just don't do well with people who don't show up on time. I don't do well with people who don't give 100% when they perform, or don't give 100% when they do their sound checks. I don't do well with it. So I might sit back in the cut, and sometimes I don't say nothing for the sake of knowing that my mouth can tend to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I keep my distance, and I just don't say nothing at all to for the sake of peace. You know what I'm saying? But my tolerance isn't good. You know, I feel like I've worked in this game for a long time, and I worked hard.
Right.
And if I'm gonna manage somebody, I want to manage somebody who worked like I worked. You know what I'm saying? Who grind like I grind.
Let me tell you something. This man that's sitting next to me, you know what? When I tell you he will bust his knuckles against the concrete to get it,
Yeah.
I've seen him go from one state to the next to make sure he's at these events, and each stage he hits, he tears it down.
Yeah.
And you know what? That is something that it's rare when you see an artist that committed. And I'm gonna tell you, it's difficult to be committed when you're not getting all the resources.
Yeah.
Preach.
It's difficult to be committed when you're going and you're doing, because everybody still see your star shining, and they
Yes.
want you on their platform now.
Absolutely.
But guess what? They only want to give you something. Well, I gave you an opportunity to come out here and to be on this and to do that. Listen, can I get some gas?
That's real.
Can I get a hotel room?
But real quick, can I encourage the artists that may be in that place, because I'm the voice of the artist right now. And if God called you to it, and you have to you remind me of this on a constant basis. If God called you to it, He'll bring you through it.
Yeah.
Don't quit.
Ooh,
Don't
that's
quit your calling or your purpose because of the lack of support from man.
Right.
Because man is fickle.
Oh,
But watch this. If God called you to it and He gave you the promise about what He called you to, then you'll get through it. And it's lessons in the struggle. I'm
Right.
talking about, I just learned recently, I got a valuable nugget in the struggle. And I have to say thank you, Lord, because if I bypass that, then I miss something that I'm gonna need down the road. So
and that is exactly what I like to say I admire, because what happens in those situations is that the struggle helps you build the infrastructure, because
That's
God
real.
is getting
That's it.
ready to bring something to you. If you don't have the infrastructure to even deal with what's about to happen, I hear so many artists say, I want to be this person, I want to be like this, I want to do this. You don't even have the infrastructure to even do that. You don't even have the capacity within you. And it's not to say anything negative about an artist, but there are some things that you will need. And if you don't have them, you know, let me tell you something. One thing I tell people, always remember that you need a strong foundation before you
right.
put a roof over something.
That's right.
And that's with everything. You need a strong foundation to understand how to maneuver in this music business.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be in the business, know the business.
That's right.
And if
That's
you
right.
have no idea what the business is, if you're trusting everybody to do everything for you, then guess what? When they be 3/4 slick and get you, don't be mad. Don't be mad.
it's your gift.
This is your gift. And that's why I'm encouraging all artists to come out to the Streaming Summit. Do
Yeah.
not miss this. Like I said, it's going to be at the West Las Vegas Performing Theater off of Lake Mead. If you're from Vegas, you probably know where that's at already. And then Friday night, if you're going to showcase on that stage, you automatically get VIP access to the filming. And that's what we're doing. We want to make sure you feel good about everything that's going down. But you got any more questions for us?
No
Because you know
doubt,
we
no
got
doubt.
we got to get on the city. We got some things we got to do. We got to finish that.
I know it's about that time. I know it's about that time, man. I just want to say once, thank you for your time and your energy, and I appreciate the conversation me and you had. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we covered a lot of ground. We talked about a lot of things, and like I said, you got good energy. You know what I'm saying? And I already like my dude. You know what I'm saying? He, find out he from Georgia and everything.
No. I'm from Alabama now, but I reside in, I live a little bit there.
No, I'm saying? No doubt. So yeah,
Keep our state.
we got that Georgia, the Georgia connection right there. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely love up in here. You know what I'm saying? And support what you guys are doing. I'm gonna try to slide through Friday morning. I gotta work in the evening, but Friday morning, I'm glad that you said the time, because I'll be able to make at least about an hour and a half of that, and I don't mind spending $20. You know what I'm saying, brother? Winning right now, just playing. But yeah, we definitely educate yourself, artists. Educate yourself. You know what I'm saying, and utilize this opportunity to network. You know what I'm saying, and you never know what you're gonna be able to get at this event. And as far as artists that want to perform, that'll be my last question. What do they do? How do they get in contact with you?
Like I said, you can always send an email to inthemixmusicgroup@gmail.com. That is N as in Nancy, D as in David, A as in Apple, mix, inthemixmusicgroup@gmail.com. Or you can call me at 904-442-0216. Once again, that number is 904-442-0216.
Absolutely. And she's also on social media. You want to give the social media?
I am going to give you the social media. Yeah. It's In The Mix Entertainment on Facebook, and it's In The Mix Music on Instagram.
All right, Church, you got to give your social media, brother.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. Listen, the music is on all digital platforms, man. Put in Mr. Church, like an acronym. You pull me up. We got some bangers out there. Social media, Facebook is I Am Together, The Church. Instagram is I Am The Church 3. The same thing for TikTok, I Am The Church 3. Hit me up, man. Artists, let's do something. Let's do some music together. Let's connect. Let's connect.
Absolutely. And I definitely want to get you back, man, so we can dig deep into your music and get a chance to play some of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I appreciate y'all, and
thank you so much.
Good conversation. I really enjoyed y'all. Hey, so once again, man, y'all continue to tap into the BU Network, man. My show has changed a little bit. It used to be Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Now it's just whenever it comes on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Sometimes I do 3 or 4 shows a week, and sometimes I only do 1. But it just really revolves around what's going on in the city, who's here, you know what I'm saying, who I can get that interview with, and that type of situation. Now I don't just create a show just to create a show. You know what I'm saying? Now, my shows have purpose. You know what I'm saying? And if I talk to somebody and the vibe is right and I get some good insider information, I'm like, oh no, you got to come on the show. If you gave me some insight, then I know you can give my followers some insight as well. So I salute y'all. I salute everybody that's tapped in today. Make sure y'all continue to tune in to the BU Network. And if you ain't already liked those pages on, I'm going to need you to go ahead and click that like button. If you on YouTube, I'm going to need you to click that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And continue to follow us. We got good content over here. We're going to keep coming with it. Much love to everybody. We got to get up out this thing, man. So I'm going to end this show with some music, since I ain't really been playing none, because we've been having this good conversation and everything. Let's get into Javon. This song is called Wearing You Down. Let's go.
You're playing hard to get, it makes me sick, but I understand. No, I don't blame you at all. Oh, I just need one night with you, and we can keep our clothes on. That's if we can. I'm trying to get next to you, but you pass on every moment. Turn down my invitations. Oh yeah, but I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. And you could be my Laura, I could be your Urkel. Can't you tell I adore ya? You're nothing less than a miracle. You're a once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon.